We welcome all of you back. And as we promised earlier, we're headed back to Dallas, Texas. And the best dressed in this picture is obviously not me. It's Vanderbilt linebacker Langston Patterson, who joins us. Langston, thank you for taking the time to be with us.
Yeah, thank you so much. And the best dress only goes to the tie. If you had a tie on, I'm sure you'd match it.
A nice PR deal there. Um, so let me start with what people would love to talk about, and that's all this NIL stuff. I have no doubt that as good a football player as you've been at Vandy, that you had offers a year ago to go elsewhere. Why did you decide to stay?
Yeah, I knew I'd probably be getting this question, sometime today. But really, it was just I had to after the season. You 2-10, super hard, and I bet you I've never lost like ten football games in my life just before coming to college. And so that was something that was super hard for me. So just taking a step back and uh, just analyzing the season, how things went, how I did, and for some of the top schools in the program to be knocking at your door. I never really talked to them, but there was a bunch of people in my corner who were looking out for me and on my side through that time. But for some of those top schools to come knocking at your door and hearing about those things, it's something that certainly intriguing and everything. But all in all, Vanderbilt's where I want to be. Vanderbilt's my home. I'm fully bought in here, and then just taking it one day at a time, putting my head down and working 100% and controlling the things I can control. I believe in Coach Lee and his mission and the people he's bought in to achieve that mission. And to really ultimately, I want to turn this thing around, turn Vanderbilt around, and just to be the school I know it can be, and to win games in the SEC.
Let me ask the obvious. How cool is it to play with your brother?
Yeah, I thought I'd probably get this one too, but it was honestly one of the coolest experiences of my life just to see my you call like the people you play with your brothers because y'all do really tough stuff together, and it bonds you like super close. But to play with your actual brother, someone who means more to me than anyone on this world, and someone that's going to have my back no matter what I'm going through, the ups and downs in life. Just to be able to look to my left and my right, and see him on the field, him celebrate with me after the play, us two just talking through. Oh shoot, it says phone's on 20%, but us talking through the plays and what we think's going to come this play, and I was pulling for him as much as he was pulling for me. He's my biggest, not cheerleader, but person cheering me on, I guess. But just being able to make a sack and him celebrate with me, or him make a tackle for loss or a fumble, and me just celebrating with him. It was honestly, I'd trade nothing for that. It was really big for both of us, and just something that we wouldn't trade. And honestly, the best experience of my life.
A year ago, there was a ton of excitement around you guys after having beaten Kentucky and Florida in back to back weeks. Number one, why didn't it carry over? And number two, what about this year, in your opinion, is going to be different and different for the better?
Yeah. First off, let me just answer that by saying like this year's completely different. Got a whole new offensive staff, a lot of new transfers. I'm sure you've heard, but probably 30, 40 plus transfers in. Guys we trust, guys that Coach Lee and Barton Simmons just analyzed throughout the country and brought the best of the best in. Guys with great attitudes, great for our Vanderbilt culture, and just great for growing a program, both for the culture and just because they're super good all around the field. You see upgraded at each position. You see us getting a year better, and you see Coach Lee kind of step into that defensive coordinator role, and that's going to be huge for us because he was a top three defensive coordinator when he was at Notre Dame, and you won't see that change this year. Just as he's gotten in, so much has been tightened down in the details, and we're super excited for what we have this year. And to answer just like the rolling over part, the SEC is the best conference in the world. It's one of my Bryce Cowan said it's it's a mini NFL. So you see all around, you see the best guys of the SEC automatically make the transfer and do well in the NFL. And that's why you want to play here. But it also comes with many challenges. It's hard to win games in the SEC, and if you don't show up and take care of business, the other team is. So for us, it's just about tightening down the things that we can control and not worrying about one another, and when not worrying about like what we can't control, and stopping the snowball effect, because that's what happened last year. Once one game went wrong or one thing went wrong, we kept just going down the wrong path, and there wasn't anything to turn that back around. But this year we have all that it takes to be there in those tight games and compete to win every game.
One of those players that you've added, I watched a lot a year ago. Conference USA had a Tuesday night package, and I kept saying on the air, I don't know who Diego Pavia is, but he's pretty damn good. And I couldn't put my finger on it other than to say there's an intangible about this young guy that's really good. Now, as a defensive player, you've watched him. What is the it factor about him?
You said it. It's the it factor. It's a determination that this guy won't lose. He just has. You only find it in a certain amount of people. You look around at Vanderbilt. I feel like I'm one of those people. CJ Taylor's one of those people. Diego's one of those people that we're always competing in everything we do. You walk around the hallway, and you'll see me and CJ. People like we'll turn anything into a competition. People are throwing up popcorn, and we're trying to catch it in our mouth just because we hate to lose at anything. And he has that too. Whether it's playing a game of pig, whether it's playing cornhole, yeah, he's one of those guys that just won't lose and hates to lose and will do anything that it takes to win. And he's bringing that into the Vanderbilt culture and into the locker room. And you just see him kind of be very influential on that offensive side of the ball and just bring that mentality of we will not lose and we will get this yard or we'll complete this pass. And it's something that's cool to see. Billy,
what do you got for Langston?
Langston, good to talk to you. Tell me about how your role has changed heading into this year. Obviously came in as a freshman, played a lot of special teams, kickoff coverage, right, and morphed into more playing time last year. But would you say you're a leader on this defense? And also tell me about some of the other linebackers in your room that you're also excited to play with.
Yeah, as a linebacker, I would say I am the leader of this defense. I'm the quarterback of the defense, leading every snap, play in, play out, all the play calls, making sure everyone's lined up. And I'm also, me and CJ are probably the two guys with the most experience just coming back and playing in those big games. That's something that's huge for me this season and just our defense in general and just being an extension of our defensive coordinator, Coach Lee, on the field. And that's just going to help us out a lot. And we also got a very, very good linebacker room. You got Nick Rinaldi, Brian Longwell, Prince Cully, Bryce Cowan, all guys who have stepped up huge in the spring and set themselves up for success this season. And I'm super excited to watch all those guys and just play with all those guys.
Langston, appreciate your taking the time to come on here. Best of luck to you in the season. CPA needs to take it easy on BGA.
Yes, sir. I'll put in a good word.
You do that. Hey, thanks for coming on with us.
Yeah, thank you so much.
It's Vanderbilt linebacker Langston Patterson joining us here on the show. Stay tuned when we come back to Dallas. Billy Jones will have a final report on what's gone on today and what to look forward to tomorrow with Tennessee hitting the stage. You're listening to the George Plaster Show on 95.9 FM.